Hello everybody. So today we're going to be talking about the second series in MCU Phase 4, which is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So yes, before we begin, I have to explain though that this is a series, so explaining it, like reviewing episode by episode, I would have to kind of talk about some things inside. So this is going to be like a spoiler-ish review. I'll try my best not to, but you can't really explain something without really explaining what is in it. So yeah, just a heads up. Okay, so the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The Falcon being Samson, Samwise Gamgee. Sam! I don't know, Sam Wilson. And the Winter Soldier being James Buchanan. Bucky Barnes, sorry, it's my G. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier takes place about 6 months after Avengers Endgame, the time where, Iron Man did the whole and half of the universe came back into existence. Yeah, so, and this actually is also about a few months after WandaVision. So WandaVision is about a month or so after Endgame, and this is like 6 months after that. So we get into the lives of Sam and Bucky, Sam was snapped and then came back 5 years later. Oh, actually they both were snapped. So yes, we actually get into the lives of people who kind of returned back to existence 5 years later, leaving their family behind and some other people that they love. And we also see that this is taking place after, like I said, after Endgame. So this is after Steve Rogers, the BFF of life, left them and handed over the shield, Captain America shield. Handed over the Captain America shield to Sam. I was like,
now it's your turn.
So basically, Sam is the potential, as of Endgame, Sam was the potential new Captain America after Steve Rogers decided to retire and go to the moon. Quote unquote, I don't know. Wherever he is, he has retired, he's not doing it again. But then on Bucky's side, he also returns 5 years later, and the government decides to pardon him for all his killing spree crimes he did as the Winter Soldier. He was pardoned for all that, and he was also deprogrammed in Endgame. It was explained that while he was in Wakanda, he doesn't have that urge again to suddenly obey people's commands to kill people. But he stuck with PTSD because even though he doesn't want to do that anymore, he still remembers every single thing he did before. And that's where we are. That's where we start off in this series. At first, when I was watching it, while I was watching it, I didn't really feel it. I was like, coming from WandaVision, I really liked the tone that they used there. It was kind of light-hearted, but at the same time, it was also dealing with some important stuff. So coming into Falcon and Winter Soldier, while watching it, I was expecting that kind of, not really bubbly, but a little light and upbeat. But instead, it was quite serious and, taking itself seriously and matter of fact and very military-like. And I was like, is this how it's going to be? I'm not sure I'm enjoying it. I'm not sure I like it. But actually, after watching it, like thinking about it during the week, I realized it actually was the best tone for the show. Because obviously, Falcon and Winter Soldier are like military men. They were trained in the military. So kind of having them skipping around in a suburban lifestyle wouldn't be correct. It wouldn't do their characters justice. So at the end of the day, I actually seemed to like it, and I got into it and I got involved in it and interested in it. And yes, I also like the fact that these characters again have been fleshed out. For a long time, they were basically secondary characters. So giving them their own series to explore was so good. I mean, people that read the comics know them much better, but people that have only been interested in MCU, have only been introduced to MCU, don't really know them. So having this series for themselves, like as their own, was very good. The actors were tasked to play a side of themselves that they had never played before, because during the movies there was no time to start asking you, so how do you feel? There's no time to talk about their lives, their personal lives, or whatever was going on with them. If they left the gas on while cooking ramen, I mean, I don't know why I said that, but I'm sorry, you can cut it out. Whatever the case, we didn't really see them as normal people. We just saw them as people that had a particular set of skills that were above others, and also had this heart's desire to rise above their status, to save the world. They just had, that pure heart to do much more than they were called to do. That's just all we used to see in the movies. And they also explained that, being an Avenger doesn't pay the bills. I mean, from what I understood, they were doing volunteer work. Like, I'm telling you, this kind pro bono, like, that was basically, they were not getting paid for what they were doing, risking their lives, getting bloodies, talking to aliens. Government wasn't doing anything for them, and I like that. It really shows that being a hero isn't, you don't do it for the praise or for the glory. You do it because it's a calling within you, and this is what you on your own have decided to do. And if you want to do it, it's not about what you get after, it's about doing what is right. Kids. So Sam is broke on the verge of being bankrupt, and Bucky is a PTSD patient. Yeah, he went through a lot. For like 50 years of his life, he was a killing machine, and he remembered everything. And unfortunately, he doesn't really want to deal with it as he should. He has a therapist that is there for him, that actually wants to help him move on and show him that it's over, that's not your life anymore. But really, that's all he has known. So what do you expect him to do after that? He has spent most of his life just obeying people and causing pain and sorrow to people's families. He doesn't know what to do with himself after that. So that's where we find them in this episode, trying to, get back to normal. They don't really talk so much to get to each other. Oh, that's the spoiler. We get a cameo from Rhodey, that's War Machine, Iron Man's BFF, but we don't really see many other people after that. So that's where we are right now. And for me, I'm just looking at, again, how this is going to tie in everything, because MCU, the geniuses that they are, will find a way to make everything connect. And with that, I could also talk about the villains in it. There have been some potential villains that have been talked about, but there is one at the forefront, which is a group of people that not that they didn't want them to come back, but they felt that the world was better when half of the world was extinct, and they're trying to make the world, they call themselves Red Hand or something like that. Anyway, there's this organization, Flag Smashers, that's what they're called. Yes. So they're a group of people that want the world to be one world, one people. They don't want borders anymore. They call themselves Flag Smashers. And that is kind of like a callback to the comics. And I'll just leave it there. I really look forward to the future episodes that we're going to see. It's about 6 episodes in this series, Falcon and Winter Soldier. So yeah, I'm sure they're going to do it justice. League. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's it for me with Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 1. Thank you for joining me, and as always, I wish each and every one of you wellness in each and every area of your lives. Sayonara.
Sayonara.